I want to wear the hair and the makeup, but my wife was like, you can't do that because you're doing a serious thing. And now, if you do get out, you will have a strict curfew. I don't care if Jesus comes down and tells you he needs to ride to church. You get into a car and drive, I will have a contempt hearing. Oh, now we have a problem.
Yeah.
Now we have a problem. If it's an inconvenience to you to have this, and the problem is that when the cat's away, the mice will play.
Spirit of Halloween, I couldn't resist sharing these unforgettable clips of Judge Fleer showing up to his Texas courtroom fully dressed as Beetlejuice. And trust me, these moments do not disappoint one bit. It's not every day you see a judge in full costume bringing a little spooky energy into a place built on rules and order. What makes it even better is that despite all the fun and laughter, Judge Fleer never loses sight of his duty. Beneath that wild costume, he's still all business when it comes to enforcing the law and keeping his courtroom in check. That balance of humor and discipline is what makes him stand out. I mean, it's surreal to watch someone get sternly reprimanded by a judge wearing black and white stripes and face paint. It's both hilarious and oddly inspiring. It shows that you can have personality, you can be human, and still take your job seriously. Some people online think he took it too far dressing up, while others think it's just a creative way to remind everyone that even the law can have a sense of humor. Personally, I think it's brilliant. A little fun doesn't take away from the authority he holds. But I already know the comment section is going to be divided on this one, so let me know what side you're on. Now let's dive into what really went down in that courtroom, because this one is something else.
Beetlejuice today, Judge. Beetlejuice. I like that.
I want to wear the hair and the makeup, but my wife was like, you can't do that because you're doing a serious thing. And,
I mean,
She's right.
it's one day.
She's right.
would you think it would have gone bad to do that? Yeah, but let's have fun.
This is not about fun.
No, that's true. I guess that's a matter of perspective, right? You were on bond for DWI, and now you've picked up another DWI. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, man.
The officer was dispatched to a major one-car vehicle accident. The officer made contact with a witness who observed the motor vehicle had left the scene, but was still blocking a moving lane of traffic and had struck a school zone signpost. The officer also observed the defendant's motor vehicle had crashed in the direction moving against the flow of traffic, and the witness identified the defendant as the driver. EMS saw the defendant in the driver's seat of the crashed vehicle with her feet sticking out and the engine still running. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and unsteady balance on the defendant's person, along with a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and general disorientation and slow responses. When asked about the accident, the defendant stated she may have fallen asleep but did not remember the crash occurring. The defendant admitted to drinking and consuming Adderall, and she said that she was the sole occupant and operator of the motor vehicle. The officers recovered 2 open alcoholic beverage containers from the passenger side floorboard.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Your Honor. And 4 unopened containers. Standard field sobriety tests were performed. HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 8 out of 8, and 1 leg stand 3 out of 4. A blood warrant was drafted and executed.
The lab results came back as 0.286.
0.026.
0.206, because there's a big difference. Is it 0.26?
Yes, 0.286. Yes, Judge. Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
That is a very high blood test. Can you run an NCIC? I'd like to know what other kind of criminal history she has, number one. Number two, did we have her sign a no driving affidavit on the first one? Because if she did, I'm going to have a contempt hearing.
I don't see a no driving affidavit on the file, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, her driver's license wasn't eligible though on the second DWI.
Probably because of the first and the ALR. Mr. Treadwell, I want you to be perfectly clear about something. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the citizens of Harris County. Every single day, someone dies because of a DWI in Harris County. And I will do everything in my power to protect my city. And if that means putting you in custody because you repeatedly flaunt our bond conditions, so be it. Now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm taking you in. And now, if you do get out, You will have a strict curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I'm forbidding you from going within a car at all. You will now be signing an affidavit, and if I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, I don't care if Jesus comes down and tells you he needs to ride to church, you get into a car and drive, I will have a contempt hearing. Every time you get into a car, it's up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. On one ankle, you will get a GPS monitor. On your other ankle, you're going to get a scram device, so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. As it stands now, I'm revoking your bonds and I'm putting them both at $25,000. Do you understand? She goes with you.
Now, imagine getting your bond revoked and sent to jail, while the judge handing down your fate is dressed as Beetlejuice. That's exactly what happened here. I honestly have no clue how anyone could keep a straight face during that kind of moment. But that's the beauty of Judge Fleer. Even behind all that Halloween chaos, his focus never shifts. Costume or not, the man means business. When it comes to enforcing consequences, especially for repeat offenders, he's rock solid. You can tell that when cases involve drunk driving, something in him takes it personally. Not in anger, but in a deeper sense of responsibility. Maybe it's the stories he's seen or the lives he's watched change forever because of one reckless decision. And honestly, I'll never understand why some people continue to take that risk. Like in this case, the woman standing before him was already out on bond for a DWI and decided to go out drinking and driving again. It's like watching someone light a match in a room full of gasoline. And that's exactly why I agree with the judge's tone here. I don't know the perfect fix, but maybe the system needs to start getting tougher, even if that means a few nights behind bars for first offenders. Sometimes the only way people learn is when reality hits them head on. Let me know what you guys think. Should anyone caught drunk driving automatically serve jail time, or do you think second chances still matter?
I looked through his condition.
Oh, now we have a problem.
Yeah.
Now we have a problem. Because now it's very possible I'm putting you into custody for not getting your stuff within the time you're supposed to get it.
Still have one more day today, sir. But I did go and they emailed that I did show up. I did show up to get my scram yesterday, and I was not in the system.
Order in the court,
They said that they
please.
emailed the court and said that I showed up to do it.
Hey, Felicia, can you check out Mr. Newell and see what the issue is, please? You're asking me to take stuff up. He don't even have anything on.
He was trying, Judge. He went there.
I got my
They
GPS on.
denied him.
That's the only thing they put on.
So he went there. I mean, he's got the GPS. He's doing everything he's supposed to, Your Honor.
I don't own a vehicle.
My concern is public safety. You have a manslaughter from last year, a felony assault, and another assault. And now you have a DWI. You're crashing and burning before our eyes. And what I don't want you to do is leave a wake of destruction in your path. That's what's happening. And I'm going to do everything in my power to stop it. If it's an inconvenience to you to have this, every day there's a death in Harris County because of alcohol-related collisions. It's not going to happen on my watch. Do you understand, Mr. Newell? And if it's an inconvenience to you,
I was trying to do it.
the other thing is a lot of the other judges here would make you pay for it. And for this, you'd probably be in the hole around $1,200 a month. I'm paying for you so that there's no excuse. And you still have yet to have the device on.
As of now, he's currently in compliance. He does have one more day to obtain that device.
Why did he's saying they kicked them out?
Yes, I see the email right here. That's not stated on here. It was stated that
So let-
but he has conditions of bond and told to apply with the IID condition. He stated to our officer that he lost his job, but we did not have a card due to the DWI. Does not have money to hire an attorney. He got his GPS and said that he will pick up his scram device, or he said that yesterday. And then I don't have any reports following that.
So he's here now. Let's send him down to pretrial to get everything right now.
I'll send him a report.
Okay, we're sending you right now to get everything right now.
Yes, they just.
The only thing, Mr. Newell, the only thing I'm asking you to do is don't kill someone, man. That's all I'm asking you to do, you know? God forbid you dig yourself into a 50-year hole because of some catastrophic event. I'm trying everything in my power to prevent that from happening. Do you understand? That's all I want. In time, if you show me that we can trust you. And it's not just, okay, I'm all better. I'm going to be little bunnies jumping in the woods. No, I need proactivity to show me that you appreciate everything, then we can talk. But at this time, with the kind of criminal history you have and the fact that we have a death in 23, no, I don't think that this is unreasonable. You understand? All right, just go ahead, take a seat. We're going to send you down now to get your stuff. You got to have it on by at the latest tomorrow. If not, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
And just to be clear, you're allowing the changing from the interlock to the portable since he doesn't have a vehicle?
No.
He doesn't have a vehicle to put it in, Your Honor.
So whose vehicle was this that he was driving?
That's.
Are you Dad? Come on up, Dad. Thank you so much for coming. We have quite a bit of issues with Mr. Newell. And it seems that most of them are related to drug and alcohol issues. And I want to prevent anything further from happening that endangers the public. And my fear is that, does he live with you now?
Yes.
If there's a car at the house, he has access to it. And the problem is that when the cat's away, the mice will play.
Part of the hearing honestly hit harder than expected. You could see a father sitting quietly in the courtroom, eyes heavy, shoulders low, a man caught between heartbreak and disbelief. His son had driven his car while drunk, and now both of them were dragged into this mess together. The father didn't even have to speak. His expression said everything. You could just feel the pain radiating from him, the embarrassment, the disappointment, the weight of watching your child make decisions that pull you into shame. It's that look of a parent who gave everything but still couldn't stop their kid from walking into chaos. And to make it even more surreal, all of this is unfolding while Judge Fleer, dressed as Beetlejuice, tries to bring order to the room. It's such a strange mix of humor and heartbreak. One of those rare moments where you don't know whether to laugh or feel emotional. You can tell the dad wishes he could just fast forward through this entire day, erase it, pretend it never happened. But that's the thing about real life. You can't skip through your own lessons. Every mistake leaves a mark, even when the courtroom feels like a scene out of a Halloween movie. Still, what stands out most here isn't the costume, it's the emotion. This wasn't about comedy anymore. It was about a father silently breaking inside while his son faced the consequences of his actions.
So if he has access to it, I'm scared that he's going to use it in a way that, and so that's why I ordered him to put the interlock for any vehicle that's at the house that he's staying. I'm paying for it, so it's not going to be anything coming out of your pockets, but my fear is that he just takes the car and something happens that's catastrophic. And I'm trying to prevent that from happening. So that's why I've ordered it. Like I said, nothing's coming out of your pocket. You guys don't have to pay for anything. I just want to make sure that if he gets into a car, we know about it. And that's the only way that I know. Okay?
Interlocks.
And my concern, Your Honor, he doesn't have any bond conditions and the car won't start if it's not blown into. So are you saying he's going to have to start blowing into it as well and he's not allowed to? So he can't drink any alcohol as well? So the father has bond conditions? He's legally allowed to have a beer and go driving if he's under the limit. He doesn't, he has a normal use of the mental and physical faculties.
Get it? But
now he's going to have restrictions on him and he doesn't have.
I'm going to make sure that Mr. Newell's not driving, you know? I mean, have you seen the record? We have a death last year. 2 assaults, and now we have a DWI second. I told him that if he's proactive with showing me that he's tackling everything in a mature and adult way, then we can talk about bond conditions in the future. But it seems that with the wake of destruction that he's left with the last 2 to 3 years, it's really concerning, you know, and I feel that he's deteriorating before our eyes, and I don't want it to happen anymore. And, you know, my fear is that something happens catastrophic. He gets into a car and just takes off and does something that's just, you can't dig yourself out of. That's all. That's my fear. And I don't want it to happen, you know? Okay. I'm sorry, but Mr. Gold, we'll talk in a couple months. If he's doing well, proactive, come back and we can talk.
So
I'm
the
never-
conditions are staying.
Never, yeah, I'm
I
never,
mean, you see my concern that it's now impacting his father since it's not his cars. I understand your concern,
Get it.
obviously, Judge. I just have to advocate for my client,
I
and
know,
his
and I'm
father
not,
doesn't even have conditions.
I'm not begrudging you for it, Mr. Gold. I never will.
The question, Your Honor, though, is does he need a second interlock now? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pay for everything for you, okay? So that it's nothing out of your guys' pocket, okay? Just make sure he's not driving. He signed an affidavit not to drive. If he drives, I can have a contempt hearing and he's facing 6 months every time he drives. So please, okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you. If you ever need anything, come back to us, talk to us. We're happy to help you in any way and anything you need, okay?
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, happy Halloween.
Thank you. Excuse
And then comes the ending, the part that really ties the emotions together. When Judge Fleer said, "Happy Halloween," you could almost feel a mix of humor and heaviness in his tone. The costume may have brought smiles, but the situation in front of him was no laughing matter. That father sitting in the courtroom wasn't just watching his son face punishment. He was living through a painful reminder that sometimes love can't save someone from their own choices. You could sense the sadness radiating through the room, a father's heart breaking while trying to stay strong, a judge trying to balance compassion and accountability, and a courtroom caught between comedy and tragedy. Some parents truly do everything right, and yet their kids still drift down the wrong road. And that's what made this hearing so powerful. It wasn't just about Halloween. It was about humanity, about how even in the middle of laughter and costumes, real pain still exists. Judge Fleer managed to hold both, the humor of the holiday and the weight of the law, perfectly in one moment. That's why I had to share this. Because where else are you going to see a judge dressed as Beetlejuice reminding people that actions have consequences? It's funny, emotional, and unforgettable all at once. Let me know in the comments if you think Judge Fleer's costume was unprofessional or if you see it the way I do. A creative man bringing personality into justice. Either way, this hearing is one for the books. Thank you for watching, my friends. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, take care of yourselves and drive safe.